Hi guys, welcome to lecture number 3 of my Agentic AI playlist. It's gonna be guys amazing. We have covered two lectures. Everything is going on at a good pace. We are starting out with very important concepts, and guys, trust me, a lot of people, specifically a lot of people think knowing frameworks is gonna help you, but no guys, knowing frameworks will not gonna help you. Understanding key concepts, coding systems is going to help you. You can implement a framework in one day only, but the problem is guys, if you don't understand how to solve the business problem, my use case will not be fulfilled. Even guys, read what Anthropic is saying. If you don't want to trust me, and just try to read what they have said guys. Very important thing guys. I want you to be efficient at solving business use case, not just add toolkits into your CV. Okay, just let's just try to read it. Okay, just try to read it. Consistently, the most successful implementations weren't complex frameworks or specialized libraries. Instead, they were building with simple composable patterns. This is what this playlist is going to do. We will cover frameworks as well. Don't worry, guys. But very important to understand all important concepts. So, guys, today I'll be specifically covering orchestrator workers workflow. Now, guys, see, don't go by this fancy name. It's very simple. So, in your company, usually you will have one manager, right? So, there's one person who dictates tasks to multiple people, right? So, guys, here what we'll create an orchestrator. We'll create an orchestrator from scratch, and that will allocate tasks to workers, and then each worker will do his task individually. You will see, guys. That's it. There's nothing fancy about this. Okay, let's just try to read it. This workflow is well suited for complex tasks where you can't predict the subtask needed. The key difference from the simple parallelization, its flexibility. Subtasks aren't predefined. In the first example that I'm going to show you, the subtasks are more or less defined. Okay, but still you will have an orchestrator which will allot work to the workers. Here the I mean, it can be done in a parallel approach as well, or perhaps in a sequential manner as in well. But I want to just showcase you that how to allocate work. Okay, here, obviously, like if you have a very complex problem statement in which you don't know what the question is, then it would be a different use case, and everything will be covered, guys. But the main idea is having an orchestrator which will allocate work to multiple workers. That's it, guys. And let's just see in action. Okay guys, let's just go to our main.py for lecture 3. Guys, I will give you code walkthrough line by line. No one does that. Only I can do it because I've written this code. I understand this code, not copied from anywhere. You can check over the internet as well. Okay. Now the first thing is guys, what we are doing. We are trying to import the necessary libraries. Good. What we are trying to do, we are trying to just start in the load.env thing, because why we need to import the environment variables here quickly. And then guys, what we need to do, we are defining the LLM. I don't think there is any problem in that. We have been doing this in all three lectures. Now let's go down. Now guys, what is the first thing that I have done? The first thing that I have done is that I'm asking the user that enter the query on which you want to perform the task. Okay, now this is good, right? We want to make sure that we want to enter the query on which we need to perform the task. Now see, this is the orchestrator prompt. So what we are telling the orchestrator, you are a manager of a company who needs to allocate tasks to workers. You have given a task, you have three workers available. So worker 1 is a sentiment analysis expert, worker 2 is a classification expert, worker 3 is a summarization expert. So now return the output in the format, in the XML format. Strictly follow the format, nothing else should be formatted. Guys, this is what we have done. It's just that there is an orchestrator which will allocate tasks. See, so worker 1, worker 2, worker 3, worker 4. Only thing that we need to do is guys, we need to call the LLM and then extract responses. How guys? See, simply I have written code. Okay, I'm not using any complex parser. This dot split function everyone knows. You can study about it. You can write your own format. It's just that this format XML is being used lately widely in the industry, so I thought let me use it, and I have defined my custom logic, guys. No one, you can say they will find this thing nowhere. I just thought that okay, this is how it's working, let me extract text from it. Only thing you need to do is guys, once you have a orchestrator prompt, one you have, once your manager is at it, you just need to extract task. Now guys, simply we are extracting tasks. Okay, then guys, I have defined worker 1 prompt and worker 2 prompt, worker 3 prompt, in order to show you step by step what is happening. Okay, so in worker 1 prompt guys, again the same thing is done. It's just that we are telling that, hey, the orchestrator has assigned you this task, just do it, and do it and give me the output in this format. Guys, we have been doing this in our entire course. This is what agents are. There is nothing fancy about agents today, but in organizations, if you want to implement end-to-end workflow, you need to understand orchestrator worker architecture. Now guys, tell me, is this difficult? This is very simple. Okay, now the next thing is, guys, we have done some good stuff over here. We are now passing it that, hey, you are a sentiment analysis expert, output in this format, this is the task which the manager has assigned you, you need to assign it. What I'll do, I'll just make another LLM call. Simple, guys. In the similar fashion for the classification expert as well, I'll be doing the same thing, and for the summarization expert as well. Now let's just try to run the code, okay, and try to see what is happening. So guys, what is exactly going to happen, you'll see. Let me just once. So if I'm giving it a query that my bill is more, I should be getting less. So first of all, my orchestrator will give me this output. Okay, so orchestrator is saying that the worker one task is analyze the sentiment of the text, my bill is more, I should be getting less. Worker two task is classify the text into most appropriate department. And guys, actual task 3 is summarize the text. And guys, see, now actual task for first person, actual task for second person, actual task for third person, all of these you make 3 LLMs call simply, guys, using dot invoke method. You will find the answer negative, finance, the bill is too high. Now tell me, guys, is it difficult? These things are not difficult, but you need to understand, if you jump to implement any framework for day one, it will be an abstract representation, and you would be wondering that why I even need to use it if I can just write some basic Python code and get it done. That's the power, guys. Right now, when it comes to agents, a lot of workflows simply can be made just by simple coding like I did. You can have your own output format, you can have your own orchestrator logic, everything you can define on your own. It's not difficult at all. The only thing, the only catch that I have implemented here is this orchestrator prompt. So we have defined this orchestrator prompt, and we are calling it, and then we are extracting what was the worker one task. How are we extracting? Using these three functions, guys. Okay, what is the worker 2 task, what is the worker 3 task, and then, guys, we have defined the worker 1 prompt, worker 2 prompt, worker 3 prompt. This is how things happen in background whenever you use any framework, guys. Once you start using framework, things become abstract, and if something doesn't work, guys, then usually we tend to think that maybe generative AI is not good enough, but that's not the reason, guys. The main choice is how we are implementing things. Okay, and a lot of things, unique novel research paper based techniques will also be covered in this course. Now the thing is, guys, see, it's a simple thing. You are a summarization expert, your task is this, the task is like sort of inherited from the orchestrator prompt, and you need to do it. That's it. That's pretty much it, guys. There's nothing much to be done. Just try to start building quickly products, and we'll be doing everything in here as well. Just few points on the homework part. This code right now is unoptimized. There are multiple instances where things can be done in one function. Try to do it. Try to add more workers, try to add more tasks to the system, so that you could just get into the habit of understanding orchestrator worker flow better. Just one giant prompt, give it to an LLM, it's going to give you the tasks, then just extract those tasks and make sure you make next 3 consecutive LLMs call. Okay, I'll just give you one quick diagrammatic representation as well of what we have been doing till now. Let's just try to see. So guys, see, first of all, I taught you something about what prompt chaining. So what we did is that we did an LLM call one, we got an output one, that output one was even passed to LLM call two, and that's what we did. And even the same output can be passed to LLM call three, and we can get it an output. Like I shown you, the first thing that I showed you is prompt chaining. The next thing, guys, that I shown you was routing. So guys, see, I shown you routing, right? How we can like just have separate things being parallelly running, right? So we had a router which was able to allocate tasks based on query, and then the specifics of that task were getting executed. Now guys, today we were going through the idea of orchestrator workflow, right? So we have an orchestrator. The edge about it is, here I have not implemented that logic, you can try that as well. That right now, guys, what if the task is only not defined? Here I'm more or less talking in terms of support, customer support system, right? You can even create and code up a system which will, and it's not difficult, you just need to tell him to break down task into 3 or 4 or n parts, and then just write down your workers, and just tell it to just give the answer format in this format, just extract that prompt and pass it subsequently. That's all guys, that's pretty much it that we are doing, and that's pretty much it. A lot of time people are also doing behind the scenes, so it's nothing fancy. Just try to stay with me along this course, everything will be covered end to end. And guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I see a lot of you are watching videos and not subscribing. Also guys, you can personally reach out to me on LinkedIn, personally reach out to me on Instagram. And yes guys, even you will see in my LinkedIn, around the time is, if you're watching this video, I have also posted a job opportunity, so please keep an eye on me. Thank you guys and have a great day.